Toronto to experience a first drive of the all-new 2014 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. I've heard this car can do everything from drive itself to give me a hot stone massage. I'm so excited to check it out. Let's go for a drive. So this is my first time in Toronto, and I'm really excited that I get to experience this great city in such a comfortable and luxurious car. We're headed to Muskoka Airport to test out the new safety systems, but on my way there, I've got 100 miles to check out all of the luxuries and amenities that are in this car. Everything from the Air Balance package, which offers a fragrance, to a hot stone massage. This is going to be great. This car has two 12-inch screens within it. So as I make my way to Muskoka, I have the navigation set to 1, and you know what? I think it's time for a hot stone massage. So I'll use the other to program that. I could customize the seats, the climate control, even the lighting. But one thing that really makes this car amazing is what's under the hood. With a 4.6-liter bi-turbo V8 engine, there's no lacking in power in this car. The 2014 S-Class is so important that over a period of 3 weeks, over 700 journalists around the world will fly here to Toronto to get a first-hand experience behind the wheel. I'm here with my colleague, the one and only Bart Herring, Head of Product Management for Mercedes-Benz USA. So I have to say, Bart, not a bad day at the office.
Hey, I tell you, it may not be the typical day, but it's one I've been looking forward to a long time.
You know, I know that we've worked at Mercedes for a couple of years together, and we've had the previous generation S-Class there, which is definitely popular in the United States. And I honestly didn't know if we could do it better. But this car is really full of a lot of innovations.
Well, you know, you're right. The previous generation was close to my heart because I had the opportunity to launch that car. But to see how we can take every element of what makes an S-Class, whether it's design, safety, engineering, all those things from the previous generation, and just go so far beyond that, it's really a dream come true to have a car on the road like this.
I know, it's one of those sort of pinch me moments when you're just like, you think about all the things that you could be doing and you realize how excited you are to be here.
Yeah, we'll look back and say, I remember when we launched that new S-Class. It's a special day always.
I felt like I hit the lottery this morning when I was able to pick out this diamond white one, and it was mine for today before launch. But the interior is something special.
Yeah, it definitely is. And you know, the best way to get a feel for it is just let's check it out.
Cool, why don't you show me around? So Bart, I have to say, I got to drive over 100 miles here to Gravenhurst Airport, and I thought the driver's seat was the best seat in the house. But as I sit here talking to you with my feet up, I'm starting to wonder.
Yeah, it's really, you're torn between how great the car is to drive and how comfortable it is in the back seat. And that's something with the new generation S-Class. We really took the bar and just blew it right out of the water. We just left the bar at home. Because the options that are available to you in the rear of the S-Class, whether it's the reclining seats, heated, cooling, massage, really everything is at your fingertips. So you know what? If you can be driven, why not ride in style?
I couldn't agree more. And I even get to pick my own movie?
Yeah, absolutely. You have ultimately availability. You're in control from this great perch in the rear of the S-Class.
I could get used to this.
Yeah, hey, it's a great place to be.
So, you know what? While we're resting back here, you want to have a drink?
Yeah, we should. Let's see. Let's get a drink.
Okay.
I'm a little thirsty. We've ordered drinks. We're waiting on them to arrive. Oh, just in time. Thank you, Mark. What nice service here we have in the S-Class. Really, you definitely not only could get used to such great service, but just to get used to riding in style and arriving with such great comfort. You know, the great thing about being in an S-Class, not only driving it, but even more so riding in the back of it, is you know you're going to arrive feeling better than you did when you got in the car. And today is no exception. So,
cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
So Bart, this interior, can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, this is a really special interior. It's our Designo interior, and we have it available from launch. It's deep sea blue and silk beige. It's really something special, has almost a maritime feel to it, and it's something really unique.
I know, I have to say, I think the standard car comes with a pretty luxurious interior, but this really takes it up a notch.
Yeah, you know, you see the perforation and the cross-stitching, the attention to detail in a Designo car is legendary, really, and I think something like this, where you see all the details, how they come together, really is beautiful.
So a couple of features that I really liked when I immediately sat in the car was the new circular vents and the Mercedes-Benz on the steering wheel. Does that come standard?
Yeah, that's actually standard. A wood leather steering wheel is part of the standard offering with the US model cars, and it really is. You think a two-spoke steering wheel and you wonder how it can be executed, and really the execution from the design side is just absolutely gorgeous. The vents are actually an homage. If you look at cars from the 50s and really even historic going way back before then, you see these circular vents in this really nicely done detail. One of the things I also like are really like the organ stops that you have here to open and close the vents. Really a nice attention to detail. And just gives you that sense, that mechanical feel, which you feel such great precision in a beautifully done detail.
I feel as though when you sit in the car, there are a lot of choices, but we actually make everything really simple. So even though we have two screens, we actually have a really easy navigation with the command unit here. Do you want to take us briefly through some of the options that are here?
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned there's always a number of different ways to get one way or the other. There's either a dedicated button, you can get there either with the command system, and we also have voice control. So it really caters to what the customer is looking for. So we have a lot of different options, but really laid out just right in front of the customer, we have a familiar command, the command controller with navigation, radio, all forms of media, whether it's an SD card, a DVD changer, music register, all those things, as well as the telephone menu. So those are all directly there with the familiar command system. We also, and I think beautifully done, is we have obviously the telephone keypad, which doubles as memory presets, and also you can set favorites. So another way, in addition to the ways we talked about earlier, you can have direct access through the favorites menu. And the nice thing about this is as you touch them, they actually appear on the screen. So you don't even have to, you don't have to look down. You can actually be looking at the command screen and you know when you're on a certain favorite and that comes up. So really, just a beautifully done, well thought out interior.
So I can come into this car, I can have the scent I prefer, I can have a hot stone massage, I could sit in the back with my feet up and watch a movie.
Yeah, you have a lot of options. Really, there's not a bad seat in the house.
I don't really know if there's a preferred way of travel than the 2014 S-Class.
I tell you, air travel's got nothing on the S-Class.
Well, you know what? I think we got a lot more to check out. So appreciate your time, and we're going to keep driving.
Sounds great.
We're here at the S-Class exhibit at Gravenhurst Airport to learn about the intelligent drive systems in the new S-Class. We not only have experts here to talk about the illustrations and even go through a simulator, but we're going to take people onto the airfield for some real-life safety situations. Let's go take a look.
Here we have a place where we can test it. We got the taxiway of the airport of Muskoka, and you see the lane? It is clear, but if we start now, there will a pedestrian come in, but I will be very unconcentrated, and well, let's see what Mercedes-Benz intelligent drive can do for us.
Okay, so there's a pedestrian that's going to come out.
That will come out and come into our lane.
Okay.
And our stereo camera will have to detect it, and the radar will have to measure the distance.
Okay, here he comes. He's walking in front of us. Oh, perfect stop. Lucky, and you didn't even touch the brake?
No.
Wow. Behind me is the pre-safe simulator. I'm about to experience situations with pre-safe and without. I'm a little nervous. That was great. That was great. There's really a difference without and with pre-safe. Without the pre-safe, I had to hold on. I was grabbing onto cup holders. And with pre-safe, you really feel secure and in the seat, and you can tell there's room for impact if that's about to happen. So there's a big difference. Mercedes-Benz Intelligent Drive encompasses over 30 safety and comfort features, 11 of which are new or updated for the 2014 S-Class. Attention assist. Not only does the car let you know when it's time for a break, but it'll direct you to the nearest rest stop for a coffee. Night View Assist Plus. Now if there's a pedestrian on the road at night, the driver knows and the pedestrian is alerted by a spotlight from the car, so they know that you're coming. Active Parking Assist. If you're not the best parallel parker, why not let the car take control? And so many more. The S-Class has long been a flagship of the Mercedes-Benz brand, and for 2014, that's no exception. Taking a look at the front fascia, you'll see a larger, upright grille with a Mercedes star on the hood, unmistakable Mercedes-Benz. For 2014, the S-Class does not come with one light bulb. It's the only car in the world. It's made up of over 500 LEDs. This torch here is a signature of the Mercedes-Benz brand style. If you're driving at night and you see that in your rear view, you'll know it's us. So after a long but exciting day, we're back on the road, but I've decided to activate Distronic. I've got the green steering wheel, and hey, I'm gonna enjoy the ride. I've really enjoyed my time here in Toronto and my sneak peek at the new 2014 S-Class. I don't think this trip could have gotten any better. I was truly offered a first-class experience here in Toronto. I am so proud of this car. It's beautiful inside and out, and it truly does represent the three-pointed star.